Hi guys. I actually just finished watching the swatches from Adept's new palette that they're releasing, Element 115. And as I was watching it being swatched, I was like, oh, that color reminds me of this one from this palette and this one from this palette. So curiosity has gotten the best of me, and I am going to go through all of my Adept palettes and we're going to see if I can dupe or at least come close to the colors that they have in that color story. So if you're interested, then let's get going. But before you do, if you love eyeshadow content or you're on a no buy, low buy, I'm the channel for you. So be sure to subscribe before you leave. And if this video is helpful or you enjoy it, please give it a like. All right, let's get started. First, we're gonna get started with swatches. All right, so the first color I'm using is Nahindran from the Nahindran palette. This is also from the Nahindran palette. It is AC119. This is Toya from the Minka palette. I know this is a little lighter than theirs, but I was thinking even if it was deepened up a little bit with Mariah next to it, it would be pretty close. I should say also I have swatches marks on my arm because I just did this and forgot to hit record. So we're just gonna do it again real quick. The next color is Adam Hunt from the Inspired palette. Now this one is not an exact match. It is Monte Cora from also the Inspired palette. This was the closest one in my collections that I could find. Next is Hannibal Bates from the Inspired palette, the Arrow Inspired palette. This one also is a little bit lighter, but I think if it was deepened up with Edward Rasmus next to it, I think it would be pretty close. Next is Minka from the Minka palette. This one is Linda from the Minka palette. The next color is the light blue shade, which is not in any of the Adept palettes that I own. So I'm just going to leave a space for that one. Then the next color is Harold Buckman from the Arrow Inspired palette. Next is Nora from the Minka palette. Next is El Segundo from the La Cienega palette. From the Nahindran palette is AC123. Next is Maya from the Minka palette. And last is Maria from the Minka palette. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think, I mean, I know they're not exactly dupes, but do you think they're pretty close? I find it to be a little too close for me to justify buying the palette. And the majority of these came from the Inspired Arrow palette and the Minka. But I will say this is a beautiful color story, and we are going to go do a look with it now. All right, guys, now we're going to do the eye look. First, I'm going to go in with Toya. I'm going to put this in this inner part. I did have an eye look on earlier and I just took that off, so that's why I have mascara on already, and I got a little bit of residue down there, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, tapping into this one. Now I'm tapping into this one. This one's so pretty. It has like a purple blue shift to it. There we go. Now I'm going to tap in with Maya. For the inner corner, I'm going to go in with Minka. Alright guys, so this is the final look. What do we think? I love it. I think the whole color story is so pretty, and I would definitely like to recreate another look using that color story. But as for buying it, it's going to be a no for me. I just have way too many similar shadows in my collection just from them alone. It's a little disappointing because I love Adept, but I would be so disappointed had I purchased that palette and then seen how many similar shadows, in my opinion, there are. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please give it a like. And if you guys like eyeshadow content, if you're on a no buy, low buy, this is the channel for you. So be sure to subscribe. Until I see you again next time, have a fantastic day.